Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of the Trek Through. We are here in Iron Keep with a big old bull pile in the background there. I'm not sure what the deal is with this bull. He's very large and very hulking, but next to him seems to be something that is a little bit of a monstrosity. I didn't actually notice this last time I looked at it. The whole area is just freaking clipped to hell. There's nothing there. Look, you can see through all the walls. I didn't even do anything special. I'm just looking to the left of this window. This is wild. Anyway, not to get too far off track here, before we even started, today is going to be a day of some exploration and probably a lot of defeat and regret and remorse and all of those things that we've come to expect from Dark Souls 2. So today's a day where I couldn't really line strat through this even if I wanted to, which I honestly don't necessarily, because there's some really important items that I want to grab while we're here. But I definitely don't want to get stabbed by ninjas. That's an important priority for me. So the reason that I can't really run through this is, number one, there's some very heavy enemies that we're going to be running into. In fact, you probably already know what they are. Big old ninja turtles with maces that are going to smack me in the head. And then there's also a couple of items here that I absolutely don't want to miss. And this is a secret wall that you may not have known about. This actually allows me to open up a spot behind another enemy, and we can actually ballista them, so we don't have to deal with getting into a fight with them necessarily. And one of the few places where a ballista may actually be totally practical to use. Let us try that out. Let's get back behind here and fire. Are you not? Oh, okay. You are standing in the right spot. I was wondering where the enemy was, but there's just fog everywhere. So you get up. And we're going to hit you with soul arrows. I don't want to waste all my soul arrows, but I think I'm going to regardless. Let's find a spot that we can stand. Okay, careful, careful. I don't have a lot of armor. I don't really have a lot of armor. This is a really bad spot. I can't move around the other side of this ballista, so I'm going to have to run away. And you can get stuck in this corner, because you can't actually get out unless your pathfinding is good enough to know your way. Oh, you are good enough? Alright. Was not expecting that at all. Think we're safe over here. There's nothing in behind us. Okay, the ninja's going to come after me, though. And let's just make sure we shoot him to death. And then we've got to enter a big old room that's going to have a lot of snipers, so I want to make sure that I move very slowly, very carefully, and don't get myself in trouble. So the big question that you're probably wondering is, am I going to fight the boss that's through that fog wall over there? I'm still considering it, to be honest with you. I was going to say straight up no, but, you know, I probably should. There's a chance if I use my usual strat of just being really careful and slow and trying to just dodge everything, that maybe it'll actually work out alright. Plus having the bonfire would be pretty nice, and the only way to get the bonfire is to beat that boss. So I think tentatively I will give it a shot or two, but it is a big time-consuming thing to get back to him until we open up all the stuff that allows us to do that. So I'm going to have to aggro this man, run back away. I'm going to get shot with arrows probably on my way back. And let's just, yeah, let's get him out of the way. I don't want to fight him in a weird place. I can't even see where the freaking door is. Alright, that's good. You do what you're gonna do. Let's go back into this room over here where there's not snipers. I think that'll be great for us. And if you could maybe fall off that platform, that would be fantastic, but I don't think you're gonna do that. Come at me, bro. I wanted to mention earlier, too, the thing about my concept of running through things. I know I said at the beginning of this whole Let's Play that I was going to be very meticulous about my whole play in general, because that's just generally how I play games. But since I switched over to this spellcaster class, I've definitely had a little bit of a different perspective on things. It's been a lot more practical for me to run past things a lot, considering I don't really have the armor to tank a lot. And alright, now we're gonna have to fight this guy here. I'd really love to pull that switch, though, or that lever, without even having to deal with this character. Probably not gonna happen. So I'm basically doing the same thing as I would have been if I was using a melee class, only I'm doing it using a shot of a spell instead. Oh god. That's really a bad shot. For me, I mean, not for him. I think he was right on target. If that arrow hits me right now, I'm going to be GG'd. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I just want to hit the lever. See, this is when I start to immediately start prioritizing how I'm going to proceed through this space, because I'm starting to think about, well, if I can run past them, they'll group together in this spot, and then that'll give me time to run back and hit the lever there. And then maybe I can get them all together in this spot and then shoot, I don't know. It's tempting, because this is like, it's kind of a long way away now, considering how long it takes me to fight each individual enemy. It's not like when I'm playing as a melee character, I just run up to everything, smack it 2 or 3 times, and move on. And even that is oftentimes not the case. And that is going to get old real fast if this is, you know, the way that I tend to play now. If I'm going to just die a lot, it's going to be really frustrating to watch, I have a feeling. And I always want to avoid those "that was painful" comments, as much as I kind of also shouldn't care about them at all. You know, I do a little bit. It's really... People say have thick skin when you do YouTube. You're right, sure, but, you know, at the same time, you shouldn't have to not be a human being when it comes to things like that. You know, you're going to play how you're going to play. If you play crappy, well, there's editing, but then some people don't want to see editing, so that becomes another factor. There goes the souls later. So I think I'm going to err on the side of how I usually do things, which is to just play it, show it the way I'm going to show it. If I suck, I suck. If I don't, I don't. And if you hate it, then I'm sorry. But sometimes I do kind of want to prioritize running past everything because I get bored of doing the same thing. I get bored pretty easily of that kind of thing, actually. Rote repetition on things that I clearly can beat, but just have to do over and over again. It's like waiting at the beginning of a Meat Boy level. Nobody wants to do that. It's just boring. So this is why we do this, and then we get all into crap, I suppose. Let's just see how many of these ninjas we can get behind us all at once. Because what the hell, it doesn't matter now anyway, right? This is just going to be funny. We're going to see if we can crash the game by having too many enemies on screen at once or something. Oh, no. Just want to probably roll there. If we could hop on down maybe and just hit the lever, that would be cool. I don't think I'm going to get enough time to do that. This dude's going to do a freaking leaping roll at me before I get a chance. Alright, well, he's going to stab me in the back. I didn't get close to that damn lever. Alright, we'll try it again. If I fail another time, then I guess I'll have to break down each enemy individually one more time. One at a time is the way to go. That is the Dark Souls way, and then you do it enough times, eventually those will stop showing up. Not that that's necessarily what I want to happen. I don't want you guys to have to watch that. Nor do I want you to have to watch the loading screen over and over again. And it makes sense normally that I would edit through something like that, but think about it this way. I'm just talking continuously, right? So I'm going to just be editing past my talking, and that's not fun. Nor is it fun to have to edit a thing out every, like, 20 seconds. Just because I'm terrible. Oh my god, what are you doing? You just decided to lock on in the wrong direction and run that way. Don't do that. Oh, I kind of ran by... Oh my god, there's so many ninjas. What are the ninjas doing in Lava Castle anyway? This is, like, the worst. I can't play that badly. I've got to be able to run past them better than that. I know I can. Their range is just longer than I expect it to be every time. Alright, let's learn about immolation. A pyromancy that creates a coating of flame allows the caster to incinerate nearby foes. Needless to say, there's a perilous spell. It burns the caster will active. If a person is truly desirous of something perhaps being set on fire, does not... That wasn't enough time for me to read that. I guess I should have probably started reading slightly faster. Is there anything down there that I really care about? I know there's like a couple of these items. I mean, I could go hit those water pots and then run back over, but I just don't know that there is really anything worth bothering with. So I suppose if I'm going to do this, I got to commit to it and run immediately. That always hits me, huh? Maybe I need to throw a roll in at the right moment. What the hell was that move he just did? He just, like, did a weird dash jump at the wall next to me. You know, Jukes, oh my god, he does the... He slides around in the middle of his thrust and turns at me. That's not going to work out at all. Nope. Alright, I guess we're really going to have to kill him each time. It's cool. I should just be more careful. I should have tried to kill the archers one at a time with spells before I got down and dirty with them. I just don't know how far my spells tend to fly, because it's sort of like arrows. They just seem to fizzle out in the middle of the air for some reason. And I wondered, too, I picked up the Hawk Ring at some point, not with this character, with my, you know, not on-camera version, and the arrows just don't seem to get the job done half the time. I mean, if you're within, like, spitting range of something, they're fine, but most of the time you're not. You know, that's exaggeration. They go further than spitting range, but it's just, like, sometimes the whole reason you need an arrow is because you want to shoot something really far away, and that's exactly what they're for, yet they just sort of stop existing after a while. And I think it's probably a technical constraint, as well as maybe a game balance design decision, too. Because I guess if you could shoot everyone from everywhere, you know, you really wouldn't have as much game to play. Oh, there he is. I wish I could figure out how to juke these guys better so they would just not hit me when I run by them. It seems like a pretty practical and useful ability to have. My god, this guy's aggressive. It's like in general, most of the enemies in this game are extremely aggressive. The case is completely flip-flopped from Dark Souls 1, where there were just very few enemies that seemed like they were really on top of you. Sort of like the Dark Wraiths or something. These guys just seem to be like all about that. Even some of the hollows from the beginning of the game seem to be just right on top of you. As soon as you see them, they'll run up to you and immediately start flailing. A lot of the enemies in the first game, it's like, well, they'll kind of walk hazily around. Sometimes they'll catch your attention, and they sort of aggro at weird spots, and then they'll just decide to be angry for a minute, and then they'll just sort of like lose focus on you for a second, which seems a little bit more consistent with something that's like a walking undead type of creature, that they wouldn't really have a great grasp of reality. That's probably going to hit me again. Nope. Alright, we rolled at the right moment there. And I understand there's probably an argument to be made for, like, I'm just not good at the game, so I'm not rolling at the right times, which is what I should be doing to get around these. But the invincibility frames are a little bit sporadic as well, which is probably why I should get, like, my adaptability up or something like that. Pretty sure there's a stat that governs invincibility roll frames, which is a thing that really would benefit me quite a bit. Really? You're timing on that? You're going to wait until my roll's done and then make sure he hits me right then. See, look, he just never gets staggered. He doesn't care. I wanted to do an Estus there. Oh, he's... okay, I get him to the edge of his aggro range, I guess, and then he's not going to bother me anymore. Alright, let's Estus up. Where are the Sublime Bone Dust? That's another question that I need to ask. I can never remember. Like, I know where the shards are for the most part, but the bone dusts are kind of in a nebulous world that I don't remember where really any of them are. The one that I got, I don't even remember where I got it from. Alright, probably don't want binoculars. My goodness. There's like a weird lag from hitting left on the D-pad before it actually responds to you, which is really dangerous, because I need to switch back and forth between binoculars and my shield a lot. And if it doesn't quite respond in time, it's not going to help me out very much, is it? So far this has been a big fat nothing of an episode. We haven't really accomplished much of anything. I've just shown you how bad I am at running through ninjas, which you would think probably fairly obvious, just based on the premise. Running through ninjas. Is that a thing Rockley Smile's good at? Well, not really. Despite having a Naruto-inspired username, still not good at running through ninjas. I'm sure that Rockley himself would probably be not that good at running through ninjas. So that's a really long stagger that I just got hit with there. Alright, you can't find your way down. I'm cool with that. I should probably go and try and ballista the other character, but that means I gotta find another ninja anyway. I don't think he'll aggro... oh, yeah, we got this guy and we got the other guy on the right, so they're probably gonna both happen at the same time. Well, we'll see. Oh my god, this is obnoxious. Again, if worse comes to worse, I can just abandon this area entirely. I know another area that we can go to. Now that I have that Fragrant Branch of Yore, I can head in another direction. And that may very well be what I do. Oh my god! He's gonna shoot a freaking giant bolt at me. Thanks, scumbag. Well, I guess you're just gonna stand there and take it, right? Alright, I'm cool with that. Oh, I shouldn't have shot that last one, and it hit the freaking wall anyway. Whatevs. In case you're wondering why I don't just pick up that thing, they try to taunt you by showing you that, like, the flame stops for a split second. There's actually a lever you have to pull later on that stops all of the flame jets from happening. You can maybe pull it off if you're soaked in water, but it's really not worth the effort. It's not a thing that immediately will benefit you anyway, so it's probably just more trouble than it's worth until you can reach the lever. In fact, it's a thing that you can't even get any use out of from this area in the first place. We're gonna have to backtrack to use that. It's a key, in case you're wondering. Let's just shoot this guy from here if we can. Is that gonna reach? Nope! Fizzles out right before him. That didn't reach him either. Alright. Where does he aggro then? Let's see if we can shoot this archer down. Or at least get him upset so he'll, like, fall off of this platform or something. No, I can't target them from here either. Ultimate scum. Oh god! Camera, what are you doing to me? I just start rolling like a madman when that happens because I don't have any idea where I am. I'm actually remarkably low in soul arrows already. It's the new durability, evidently, because I don't already have to contend with that issue. Oh, alright, so we'll let that line up. I can maybe get 2 in on this one, and he's going to shoot one more time. Did he shoot? I hope he shot. Yep, we're good. Oh god, he didn't shoot. He didn't shoot. Alright, and nope, totally missed. So we'll go Estus again. By the way, I know where there's another Estus Flask shard that I can pick up pretty soon. And I'm going to try and prioritize doing that, because I could use all the help that I can get, as you could obviously tell. Where's the next archer that we need to worry about? I think he's over there on the far platform. We want to take out this guy next. Alright, there's one. There's two, and if they stagger, oh god, he dodged. Back up, back up! Don't fall off the platform, though, please. Oh, that might be good enough. Once we're locked on, I think we're alright, as long as I can get out of the way and not fall off of everything. We want what's at the bottom of those steps, but in order to get there, we've still got to do a little bit more work. We've got a few different characters here that we've got to watch out for. One of them is this one up on top. And the other one is the one underneath the stairs. What makes him start firing, though? Oh, it's actually this guy here. There he is. Alright, so as soon as you walk near those stairs, that's what pisses him off. Oh my god, he freaking still hit me. Ultra scum. I think I'm safe here unless the guy under the stairs aggroes. Does he? I can't tell. Also, I can't really track my character and the dude shooting arrows at me at the same time. It's much more difficult than it looks. Nice tile texture underneath that. Okay, just loop around. I'm worried more about the camera than hardly anything else right now. This frickin' room is like an enigma. Okay, go. Go. One more. Alright, he staggered, thank goodness. There's a ladder there that lets me get up to the second platform, not up to the third one. In order to get up to the third one, you gotta go up through there. In order to get through there, you gotta turn off the flames in the center of that kiln thing. In order to turn off the flames in the center of that kiln thing, we gotta hit that lever. In order to hit that lever, we gotta kill the dude under the stairs. And there's also another lever on the other side there. So we're gonna work on that. Let's maybe lure him out, if we could. Hello? Yep. Let's get our shield, and then we'll just try and shoot him from here. It's going to take him a second to probably pathfind up the steps. Oh, brilliant. Okay, nice. He's dead. Slow and Steady did indeed win the race today. I don't think there's any archers to hit me now, either. There may be yet one more, but I'm kind of forgetting where he is. If there is. Is there one up at the... No, I don't think so. Alright, so you'll notice that bridge thing sort of came halfway down, and there's actually a dude standing up on it. There he is. Let's see if we can hit him. I don't know if he'll figure his way across. Oh, knock off, please. Or just die. That's cool, too. Either one. Don't want to open that door until the flames are gone, otherwise I'm going to get a big flame right in my Shrek'd face. And now what am I worried about? What am I worried about? Is there anybody around here? No. We're okay. Oh, there he is. That's the other archer. Alright, don't stand in one place for too long. In fact, for the sake of argument, I'm just going to go ahead and Estus one more time. We're clearly not going to make it to where we need to make it. This is like a long and arduous path to have to then fight a boss, isn't it? And I think we're totally clear on this side. Oh, there's a Pharaoh's Lockstone up there. I forgot about that. What does that one even do? I don't feel like it makes anything any easier. How can I shoot this guy and not get knocked off myself? So we're just going to kind of work our way around this. Nope, I can't lock on from that distance. Figures. Okay, he just hit the wall. Can I hit him from here? Oh, he's going to move the whole time. That's great. So I'll probably miss him with a few of these soul arrows, which are kind of important not to miss with, considering I don't have very many of them. Okay, there's one, two, get out of the way. Okay, there's the arrow. And one more. Really sucks that you can't lock on. Alright, so he's dead. All of the archers are dead, as far as I'm aware. I don't think there's any more. So now, what I need to do is roll my way down here, or just walk off of this, I suppose, either way, and get to the other switch, or lever, which I hope there's not another dude, because if there is, he's going to be right in my face when I jump down. I'm going to do a little bit of cautionary preventative maintenance. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so let's hit the lever. Once this is done, it's done. We never have to do it again. And we should be able to run quickly through all of this business. So let's just make sure it's all clear. Is there... Looks like there's still fire coming out of some of this business, which is worrying me. Also, I feel like there should be a secret wall right here, but there's not. Okay, there's like steam, I guess, coming out of this, so oh, there's totally fire. Why is there fire still? What did I do wrong? Do I have to open the other door? Maybe I have to vent out all the doors? And the doors are actually the thing that puts the fire out, and it's... Yeah, the levers are just the bridge, aren't they? Oh, this is the thing that turns off the fire. I'm ridiculous. Alright, I thought this was another door for some reason. Ugh. Alright. It's cool. We figured it out. It's not a big deal. So now that the fire's off, I should be able to go around. This is not where we want to go, but I just wanted to look down here to see if there's anything. Nope. Alright, so the bridge has been set. The fire is now off. Let's walk down here. And we want to make sure we get that item that I was mentioning earlier. There's also an item over here. Oh, a large Titanite shard. That'll allow me to upgrade my staff one more time. I can't believe this is an entire episode where basically we walk through one room. So sad. So bad. Alright, so now that we're here, we can actually go through to the other side of where we're actually trying to get the whole time. This is where this could be the funniest thing ever done in any of my YouTube history. If I botch this jump, GG, episode's over. If I don't botch this jump, yay. Don't botch the jump, please. Thank goodness. It's not the only jump, though. I've got to make another one in a second. Let's see what's in this chest. I don't actually remember. I know it's not a mimic, though. It's a Zweihander. Yay, a thing I'll never be able to equip or use in this character. So now I've got to actually jump down to this, and if I botch this jump, GG, episode's over. I guess that'll be our secondary mantra for today. Alright, we're good. Let's hope there's not another dude inside of this area. That was the dull ember, by the way. This was kind of an important item. This was the item I was kind of worked up about. The deal with that one is essentially, I hand that to the guy in the Bastille, and that allows him to create boss weapons. Unfortunately, though, I'm not super interested in boss weapons. Oh, I know what this does. It puts a little pool of water here, and then I'm going to be able to walk across the rocks down on the bottom and not take super crazy damage. Well, I will still take some damage, but it's not going to be fatal 100% of the time. So now I've got to go back down. With my one Estus, I've got to somehow make it through the rest of this entire area, which is just straight up not happening. So I could go in here and fight a boss with 10 great heavy soul arrows and 9 soul arrows, so it's 19 shots and a sword. Or I could go and bypass the boss for now, go upstairs and go get murdered by some other stuff. Whichever way I go, it's not going to end well for me, I know that much. But I think I'm going to have to actually leave that for the next episode, as bizarre as that is to say. This entire episode was taken up by me freaking turning off the fire in this room. There's also another guy up here that I'm going to have to fight. It's going to get real weird when I just run out of everything. And I won't have any way to fight these guys. Like, what am I even going to do about that? Let's see if we can kill this guy, even. If he strikes, by the way, he can break those two things on either side. Or that thing on either side, they're like ceramic things full of fire, and if they do that, they shoot explosives out at you. So that's kind of bad. Probably don't want to have that happen. Oh, there's like an item down on the bottom. Did I notice that that was even there last time? There's a chest there, and oh yeah, I totally noticed, because I got the chest, so I must have fallen down to get onto the ladder. I don't remember what it is, but it's probably not that important. So we'll go up here, and then we see turtles, and this guy. And this is probably what's going to kill me. Unless I can kill him before he gets to me. Yeah. So, like I said, there would normally be a bonfire on the other side of this door, but to get to this door, we've got to fight the dude on the other side of that fog wall. And in order to fight the dude on the other side of the fog wall, I've got to have full soul arrows and stuff. So I think what I'm going to do for next episode is we're going to go back to Majula. I'm going to level up between episodes. We'll come back. I'll make a run for the fog wall, because now that the bridge is down, I should be able to just line strat through everything. If I can kill him, then sweet, we get a bonfire here. If I can't kill him, then I'm going to have to start at the freaking beginning of the zone and work my way through all of this and not run out of soul arrows. So I have no idea how we're going to do that. If I can get to this fire thing, whatever this thing is, then I think I'm alright, because they don't really follow me that far. But it's going to be a lot of risk. And there's still another half of the zone left once we're at this point. We're not even quite there yet. But anyway, that's going to be it for another day, guys. Thank you so much for watching and for your continued support on the series. If you're still into the Shrek through, let me know. I do appreciate any comments, criticisms, suggestions, or help, as long as they are fair and measured and not angry, and don't yell at anyone in the comments, please. I do appreciate that very much. So thank you again. Leave your comments and support, and I will see you on the next one. Have a lovely night, guys.